Alright, cool. I think I got it. Creature of the night. Server voice channel. Huh. Noise suppression feature. Okay, yeah, I might try that out. Server voice. Alright, what do we got here? We're on day number 46. Bum 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 bum. It's gonna take us 90 days to do this shit at the rate I'm going. Good God. How many chapters are in this motherfucker? How many chapters? We got 44. Alright. Here's what I'm gonna do. I want y'all to gaze away from this here stream, and I'll tell you how many chapters there are. Let me get up to. I hope to God so chapter 44. We're more than halfway through this motherfucker. And then the last chapter. The last chapter. Hold on. All the way. I shouldn't be looking at the end. That's a way to make something feel even longer. 44 out of, I think there are 86 chapters. Oh, that's cool. All right, so. Officer Marcos. All right, so there we are. Whew. So yeah, there are 86 total chapters. So we're over the halfway point in chapters too. Nadine Toulouse. I gotta let people know that we're actually doing the show though. So we're at day 46. And then we are at we're at 367 to 655 pages. Follow your dreams, I saith. Boom. And then boom. I don't even want to link in fucking, well, let me not be mean. Creature of the night. Oh, God damn it. IRC Clown is all fucked up. I'm going to have to wait another second for that to settle out. Oh, I see chat's coming in, though. Let me see. Who dat? Oh, we got Skip Donahue. Skip Dizzle is in the hizzle. Jesus. We're grown men. All right. Jesus. IRC Cloud has just been so slow. They used to sponsor me, but now they don't, so I don't have to recommend these guys. All right, here we go. Take my dog to the groomer, and he's gonna post pics of her skin. Weird. It's the kind of shit that I get frequently on the internet. I've seen so much shit. No, I've seen so much more than any man should have to see. But here we are, just the same. They were talking about Black History Month, and I said I pronounce it as Brack History Month so that I can offend both black people and Chinese people at the same time. Hell yeah. Well, I hope you like wild shit in your early morning editing stream. Just kidding, by the way, on that last thing. Anybody who would get offended by some internet retards saying Brack people isn't a person at all. They're a faceless drone. Mindless drone, soulless drone. But there's plenty of these drones around here. George Washington says I'm high right now. What a fucking surprise. I never would have guessed that one. So last night, confronted with the very serious and life-threatening news that I definitely have fucking sleep apnea. You know, I've been talking about I haven't been sleeping right for like a fucking week. It's this fucking sleep apnea nonsense where you're waking up like in the middle of the fucking night. And this may be why your boy can't hold on to a fucking girlfriend. It's especially bad. You can hear that my nose is like kind of plugged up. It's especially bad during allergy times. So I don't know what I'm gonna fucking do. George Washington says to be right back. I'm gonna grab a course. Okay, we'll still be here when you get back because we'll be doing this for hours and hours. Um, Sleeping pills, but minimal doses might work. I don't know that Benadryl necessarily helps with that, but yeah, like I just haven't had like a good night of sleep in like a week. I keep getting like 3 hours and I wake the fuck up as soon as I get into REM. And it's the way that I can tell is just it's interrupting the dreams, like right in the middle of the dreams. And at like spots where it doesn't fucking make sense to cut. It's like the director of the dreams is some fucking newbie who doesn't know how to click the board right. It's killing me. Killing me softly. So the first thing I'm going to try to do is lose a whole bunch of weight. I'm setting a target of 190, which is what is that? A solid fucking 30 pounds I got to lose right there. Ugh. But yeah, which means that I'd have to go back on some kind of keto or whatever there. Because honestly, if you're not getting good sleep, no other part of your life will work. It literally like drains every other single fucking thing that you can do. So there's that. Yeah, that was my whole thing. Apparently, you can get these fucking puffer machiners. That all right? Hold on. Some fucking nerds are messaging me on Discord. Let me make sure this isn't important. I know it's not. All right, so somebody's friend requesting me. Oh yeah, me. Some dude who played. Let me see. In general, somebody fucking delete my chats. Indeed, they did. Oh no, they didn't. They didn't delete my chats. All right, hold on. Somebody, I just got an urgent. Somebody's somebody's writing me. uh, yeah. Oh, oh my God. Hold on, sec. I'm helping somebody cheat on an English exam. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just so a guy was taking an English exam, and needed a bunch of help with his tenses and so forth. And I can tell right away this guy is Indian because the English in that exam is terribly written, and it's written in a terrible way that uh, English speakers that aren't 100% in English write English. So maybe he's Pakistani or something like that. Because English people usually have like pretty serviceable English. It's just corrupted by their culture. Oh, I forgot to highlight Spaethiwa also. Let me see who is. Oh, and I got banned from Pound Obama again. All right, we're gonna get to the actual editing in a second. All right, I'm sorry to. Let me see. So Mantis Code is reading a NCJRS PDF on Somali Americans. And then Logic got his Hackintosh build booted with all the devices working and installing Catalina now. God, I can't even imagine going to the effort of running OS X on PC hardware. God, what a pain in the ass. OS X doesn't even run right on fucking Mac hardware, man. Oh my God. But I guess it's okay. Like, I gotta tell you, I still prefer Windows. But yeah, at this point, like they're both basically the same OS. They've stolen so many ideas from each other over the years, right there. I feel good doing a good deed and helping this young man cheat on his examination, or young woman. Let's not segregate, or person of trans color. What we try to include everybody in this whole situation right here. God. So yeah, no huge news from yours truly outside of let me hold on. I gotta find out if fucking alternate side parking is happening. If alternate side parking is happening, I'm going on a motorcycle ride. If it's not, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Also, we need to the fucking bot for doing our scoreboard is broken, so I need to just manually put. We're gonna be manually doing these things today. It's doing maintenance on glitch.me, so. MIC.gov. I hope they should never do. Okay, alternate side parking is suspended. Yeah, motherfucker. Hell yeah. And we got the whole. This is the first time that we've had the whole crew here for an edit in a while. I should make hay while the sun is shining there. But I got fucking Logic out there. Got Manus Code up in the chat. We got Spaethiwa. Is like fucking. The boys are back in town right here. Boys are back in town. All right. So yeah, and just an FYI, I checked where there are 86 chapters in this guy. So let me edit my fucking copy paste. So let's see, and then we're on. Cool. So that's in the buffer for next time. Wait, Uyghur activists mass rape Chinese men? Oh, I gotta click this link. Oh no, that's just a thing where they send like while all the dudes are in re-education camps, they just send like Chinese soldiers to go impregnate all their wives. It's super fucked up. It's like really like one of the creepiest things that you could possibly do. Shout outs to China for just being so dystopian that you can't even write science fiction about it right there. That's so fucked up. Yeah, shout outs also to the UN for not doing fuck all about it. China's too fucking wild, man. They've been, doing it to Tibet and Hong Kong and Taiwan and fucking, we gotta free all these places. I will tell you that one of the things that's surprising me is that the UK is actually taking like a really principled stance, what looks like it, against China and Hong Kong, and they're risking like a lot of their trade with China and so forth, and offering support for Hong Kong, which I thought was pretty dope. All right. So anyhow, people are saying to read the book. which I think is probably true. But yeah, shout outs to Free Hong Kong. I'm not a huge fan of the PRC. Just putting it out there, like that they're evil overlords, and there's no work is great. Love jobs. Arbeik mac geld. Huh. All right, I like it. So let me break down what's happened thus far. So I'm only going to break down day 3. If you missed the previous days and so forth, you're going to have to, you can just ask questions if you don't understand what the fuck is going on. But in the previous day, 2 things happen that are of import. One, maybe shot some guy who was had crashed his car into this pregnant lady, and maybe just fucking shot him. He didn't shoot him. He hit him in the head with a gun so hard that he died. So blood on his hands. Last night, Sarah kind of accidentally electrocuted 3 police officers. That's not so good. And both Thirsty and Matthew tried to flee the country, and their cab went too close to Chinatown, and Duchance snapped them up and brought him back into the fold. And last night we heard some, during the Duchance dream sequence, we heard some relatively ominous rumblings where Duchance was sending people out to get like gasoline, and these kids were assembling, there's like an assembly line putting together like computer parts. And and I asked people at the time, can you figure out like what they're making here? So the assembly line was like, one kid had a bag of soda cans, one kid was dismantling wristwatches, and another kid was like soldering. And let me see here. So this chapter here is going to be Matthew and Thirsty, and I think they're headed to Grand Central Station on the subway. So this should be relatively short if I remember correctly, so we may do a couple of chapters today. God, killing me. ¿Dónde están las mujeres bonitas? So let's check it out. This is Lemon Baby and the Electric Lady by Zak Zyz. We're editing on day 46. This is chapter 44. ¿Dónde están las mujeres bonitas? This is 3.3. This is happening at 6:39 a.m. on the A train in Manhattan. And I think we just specify the A train, but they would be headed up from... They probably walk over to the Fulton Street stop and take it from there towards Grand Central. Oh, so you want a quick overview of Matthew and Thirsty? Yeah, I think that's fair. So there are sort of 2 sides to this struggle. Lemon, maybe Carl, Mason, and fucking Sarah. They're the so-called good guys who are drunks that hang out at a bar in Hell's Kitchen. These are the Chinatown set right here. The Chinatown set includes Duchance, who is sort of increasingly looking more and more like the fucking Antichrist here. And these 2 children, Matthew and Thirsty. So Thirsty, his name is Gabriel Thibodeau. He is black, like black too. He's Haitian. He is relatively fat. He's doing real poorly in school. But yeah, he's got kind of like a, I don't give a fuck type thing happening. Which is exactly how he would say it. It's not meant to be a racist caricature. Don't fucking cancel me. But yeah, he lost his parents and is raised by his grandmother, and seems like an all right kid, even though he's deep into, the 2 of them are deep into like shoplifting, and they hang out all the time at the Chinatown Fair arcade and play Street Fighter, and they are not good. They're like some of the worst players at the fucking arcade, sadly. It's not going to be a Karate Kid type story of them fucking winning the championship with Dalsim or something like that. Now, his big problem is that his best friend is Matthew Hausterlitz. So Matthew Hausterlitz is the son of Gerald Hausterlitz, who is one of the union organizers or whatever. He's an assemblyman who is supposed to be negotiating the police strike, and he fucked it up, and the police strike is ongoing. So Matthew is one of the characters in this that has some kind of weird superpower going on. We're not sure exactly what it is at this point, but he is kind of like a piece of shit kid who's also deep into shoplifting, fights with his parents all the fucking time, just has a reputation for being kind of a crazy motherfucker. And his problem is that all those traits make it so that it's very easy for Duchance, who does like this weird kind of fucking mind control thing. It makes it very easy for Duchance to manipulate him. He's sort of like the perfect vessel for the man in gray. So you remember Duchance from chapter 3? Yeah. So Duchance has been steadily increasing in power. Duchance is like a tick that feeds on suffering in this book. And so one of his primary motivations is he wants to create more chaos within the city. He wants the whole structure falling apart so that he can infect people's dreams and feed on their terror. And it's like a real metal fucking band cover right here. Should be some dude like, yeah, the kid that played sock and boppers with their dad. That's fucking Matthew. Duchance is the drunk cop that shot the homeless lady and then became infected with whatever awful thing was inside of her that turned her insides into a bunch of fucking squirming eels. Whoa. All right, so I think you have the data that you need to go on. But in the dream sequence for our last chapter, we found out that Duchance has set up like kind of a little factory in Chinatown Fair where he has what are called his lost boys, the kids that used to haunt the arcade. They're going out and they're like getting fucking canisters of gasoline. They're getting like weapons and everything. They're stockpiling them in this arcade. And because Duchance just makes people his puppet, right? He just points at somebody and it's like there's wires under their skin, jerking them all over the place. Oh, yeah. No, not like that. But in the story, like some of these kids just finally can't take it anymore and they just burn out and fall on the ground, like having a seizure, foam coming out of their mouth and shit like that. And Matthew, who used to be the butt of all their jokes and everything, has some weird status in this because when Duchance takes control of him, he gets stronger rather than getting all fucked up like they do. Okay. So nobody's powers are explained at all at any point during this book. Like the shit that happens to Duchance, there's no fucking radioactive spider. There's no anything. There are no origin stories here. And it's a critical part of the book that may fall flat. It may be something that we have to revisit. But we don't explain shit all book. And I want that to be clear. We're trying to subvert a lot of the common tropes of this, and one of them is like the origin story type thing. These are just people. They don't understand why this happened to them. It just happened because it makes for a good story to me. But I think that's it's a very insightful comment right there. It's something where a lot of people who read this book don't like that part of it because they're used to reading superhero stories and they're used to, oh, okay, yeah, he fucking yanking his dick inside of the particle accelerator and now he can shoot web. So people like that kind of shit, and it may be something where we have to sit down for each character and do like a origin story paragraph. I will tell you that Duchance is essentially, I can't. There's a little bit of explanation towards the end of the book about some of the meta reality shit that centers on Carl Mason, but we're gonna have to wait to get to that. When I say we, is it to protect myself from failure? No, I've already failed. I've already failed to sell this book. The new project is one where I've enlisted the aid. I'm like Duchance with his lost boys right here. No, but I'm really, this is a team effort right now. Everybody who is on this list, boom, including you, Mantis Code, with your 5 edits. Everybody on there is going to be thanked as part of the book because it's a fucking team effort. Yeah, if you want a financial share in the book, I can definitely set you up to acquire some of the debt that it will take to put this book out. You're welcome to take your share of the money that I will lose if you want. But I recommend you don't, because nothing ever earns out. All right. Well, with that aside, I think everybody's caught up on this thing. Honestly, like I think if you come out with a good book, even if it's a commercial failure, I don't give a fuck. I just want the good books to be out there. And the books that I have out there right now, if you're just tuning into for the first time ever, zakzyz.com, all my books are free. You can just check them out if you fucking feel like it. Except for the ones that aren't published, because I want to get those published. Yeah, we took Gravid off of the website recently because I'm going to try a new thing where I pose as a young woman and try to sell the novel to romance publishers, and we'll see if one of them bites on it. Ugh. God, that would be like, you know, submitting it with like a girl name. We're giving it a new title. Yeah. Also, yeah, 5 of the books are available in print, and hopefully by July, maybe August, Space Tards will be available in print too. All right. Chapter 44. He smiled. He fucking smiled. Thirsty. Why is that way? All right, so that should be there. We should break that into a new paragraph. We should indent this to 0.49. Boom. Oh, this isn't a good line. Do we have a Patreon? Yeah, patreon.com/Zak Zyz. You can get up on it. I don't think anybody's a patron. It might be like, I think there's like one person on that Patreon right now. Hold on, let me see who's on this. It's been a while since I've looked at it. Maybe there's thousands of people have joined up onto this. Yeah, we have one patron at $1 a month. I should fucking update my picture too, because I lost some weight since then. Yeah, let me put some work into that. But what was I using? I tried to pick the most Jewish name that I possibly could, because spoiler alert, a lot of agents are also Jewish. Just putting it out there. Yeah, my theory there is that I turn a lot of people off just by being a fucking weirdo, and like people do not like my website, so I should do something about that. He smiled. He fucking smiled. Thirsty keeps muttering the same thing. Rachel Goldsmith. Wow, that's pretty Jewy. What did I come up with? It was like Akmira Alterman or something like that. I wanted Alterman too, because I'm actually a dude. It was like something with like an Amy Alterman, or but yeah, just something ridiculous. And yeah, I'm gonna rewrite my pitch letter and just try and submit it to romance publishers and see if we'll pick it up as a romance. I'm just downplaying the whole science fiction aspect of it. I don't know, nobody else is gonna fucking publish it. Might as well try something. Yeah, he wasn't saying shit. Much better. Oh, I got two. Oh shit! Thank you so much for that patronage right there. Fucking right here. We're gonna do it. Honest to God. Like, I will keep fucking editing these books and publishing them until we have some significant success, and then I'm gonna do it up big, right? I'm gonna get kicked out of fucking science fiction conventions for my unorthodox political views. I'm just gonna like Harlan Ellison it up right here. But I have to put in, the thing is that Harlan Ellison had put in the work before he was an asshole. Like, he was I just don't, I haven't done enough fucking work to be myself. You know what I mean? You have to have some modicum of success before, so, or I don't know, maybe that's just cowardice right there. But hyphen for 10 millionth? You think so, Logic? Hold on, let me take a look right here. Yeah, I think Pages agrees with you. All right, so hold on. It sends the thing. Yeah, it doesn't send the. For whatever reason, it stopped sending the fucking thing. So we're gonna have to manually give y'all some points up in here. So there's 57. I think that's a good hyphen. So yeah, anybody who wants to can be on the leaderboard. You just suggest these edits. Yeah, so I'm doing it the other way around. Yeah, honestly, I'll tell you, in terms of writing, I have not leveraged my like modest fame as a pirate radio host in any way, shape, or form, and I haven't done any of the other shit that I know how to do either. Like, we haven't, I haven't done like spam campaigns. I haven't done like any of the trolling that I would normally do. I haven't like fucking mass flooded Amazon with shady reviews or anything like that. There were a lot of underhanded ways that I could be promoting these books that I normally would for other things. But honestly, I want to do it legit. I want to succeed or fail on the merits of the work alone. So I haven't done any shady shit whatsoever. I haven't, not a single fucking corner have I cut on any of these. I have never pretended to be something that I'm not, other than, I guess, appearing as like a regular fucking normal person. But okay, let's get back to the editing. I'm going to focus on that rather than the aspirations for future success, which are contingent on doing this edit well. So Thirsty keeps muttering that. Matthew's heard him say it so many times, the words are just meaningless sounds, no more important than the brakes squealing or the overhead. Mm-hmm. Wait, what is... Okay, hold on just a second. There's a fucking... There we go. There's a Go Bowl. That was... Okay, cool. That was wobbling every time I typed. That's a problem. Can't have that. So get on with the shady shit. Eventually, I'll get so frustrated that we'll go on with the shady shit. Like, I'm willing to do... Like, you can see that I'm already willing to do shady shit for Gravid, because nobody's gonna publish that fucking... It's a fucking dog. God, not one of my friends could fucking read it. All of them were like, this is depressing. I'm out. Even people who, like, love me didn't read that story. Like, actually love me as a human being. We're just like, yeah, I can't finish this. Oh, I spent 3 years on that book. I don't give a shit. I think that book is amazing. Really and truly. But yeah, it ain't for everybody. Yeah, that, hold on, you can see. Let me show you what the noise, yeah, you could hear it. It might have been the fucking tow truck also, but here. I've actually set it up so that you can fucking see what's happening here. Yeah, so this is the setup for this RPG game that I'm working on developing right here, that you can actually play over Discord with me. It's like a storytelling game. But yeah, I've been fucking around with the setup with it for for a little bit right there. So one of those was rattling in the background there. Uh, 10 million times. Matthew isn't saying shit. What about something in the shade of oh yeah, I was working on that too. Oh, so by the way, we're trying to come up with a suitably romance novel title for Gravid, because Gravid's a science fiction title. It's not a fucking romance title, unless you're doing like creepy impregnation fanfic. So we were working on like leaves falling from Yggdrasil. I was thinking about something like river swallow me and earth cover me, or something like that. You know, something about like sinking and so forth. So if you can come up with a better romance title for it, let's do it. But let's work on that after we get the edit. We can't have rape ghost. There's no rape ghost in Gravid. Rape ghost is in this book. God, somebody's gonna nickname him Rape Ghost. She is known to the willing victim. Yeah, I don't think anything from Gravid really tracks onto Lemon Maybe. Yeah, I honestly, like, yeah, we don't have and we're not we don't even have like that many like Tarantino like repetition of things. Like I just we could have talked about semantic citation there, but it's in the previous book, so we just left it out. I don't want to repeat myself. I can never spell reservoir. All right, so let's. He smiled. He fucking smiled. Thirsty keeps muttering that. Matthew's heard him say it so many times, the words are just sound. They're no more important than the brakes screeching. Oh, yeah, this is a bad fucking paragraph. Yeah, we've taken a bad paragraph and made it worse. Thirsty keeps muttering that. Matthew's heard him say it so many times, the words are just sounds. No more important than the intercom exhorting. If you say... They're like, they don't even register. They're like the overhead intercom. Oh, we gotta take out overhead. Boom. They don't even register, like the intercom exhorting him. If you see something, say something for the 10 millionth time. Matthew isn't saying shit. Better. He smiled. He fucking smiled. Thirsty keeps muttering that. Those words. Thirsty keeps muttering. Matthew's heard him say that so many times the words are just sounds. They don't even register. Like the intercom exhorting him, if you see something, say something for the 10 millionth time. Matthew isn't saying shit. His eyes slip off the ads and graffiti plastered all over the walls. They drift off the rats scurrying on the tracks. None of it means anything. It's just there. I'm just here. Ooh, so there would be a comma fucking... Oh, I gotta give him that comma. Fuck. I don't want there to be a comma there, but Lord knows that there is. Point. It's just blocked out because... Oh, hold on, we can actually try and see if the leaderboard has come back up. Maybe the maintenance is over. No, glitch.me is under maintenance at the moment. So this shit just don't work. Oh, can't believe our bot just fucking broke. It's killing me softly with his song. Almost got it. Oh yeah, what's up there? No leaderboard. Oh, glitch is down. No leaderboard yet. Rehost it this weekend. Yeah, we'll see what's going on with that. I mean, it's fucking broken anyhow because my sending commands to Twitch isn't working. I may have to remove the account and reauth it. That's probably what we'll have to fucking do. Whew. Yeah, this is an unwieldy name. Scratch note. All right, what do we got here? There's nothing. I can't tell if it was ripped out of him or he never had it in the first place. Maybe he was made to be a puppet. Perhaps he was. Yeah, so that doesn't work. I am never naming a character maybe again, because then every time I go to use the word maybe in the story, chimp POV. That's the most fucked up part of this. He likes it. When Matthew fights the chance, it's agony. Fighting back against Duchance is agony. Mm-hmm. A second Matthew lets go of the wheel. Nothing hurts. I've discovered Discord memes recently and wanted to attempt one myself. Should do one about peak cringe. Hello, fellow kids. I see you've been memeing. I'm something of a memer myself. I'm a bit manic right now. It's not just right now. Mantis Code, we received your test. Your chats are sending. All right, what do we got here? That's the most fucked up part of this. He likes it. Fighting back against Duchance is agony, wrenching nausea. Fighting back against Duchance is agonizing, like he swallowed a belly full of nails. Ooh, yeah, we want to avoid like letting him have his way. That's like shading too creepy and rapey, more so than is acceptable within this tone. Whew. Nah, it's too janky. Fighting back against Duchance is agonizing. feels like his guts are twisting into knots. Every thought is like swimming upstream. Letting go is bliss. Nothing hurts. Matthew doesn't even have to breathe. He can simply watch Duchance pilot his body, peering out through his own eyes like portholes in a submarine. It's not his fault. He's just an observer. The golem's mouth claps open and tells Thirsty to shut the fuck up in Duchance's voice. So much easier. So here we've let's check this out. I don't like that. He doesn't even have to breathe. So Matthew doesn't fight back. So Matthew doesn't bother. He watches Duchance pilot his body, peering out through his own eyes like portholes in a submarine. I love that line. I understand most submarines don't have portholes. You know what I'm saying? But some do. Some fucking do. Yeah, we can get a little Jules Verne with it since we're just working in metaphor there. It's not his fault. He's just an observer. Now let's take that out too. The golem's mouth claps open and Duchance's voice sings out, growling at Thirsty. Growling at Thirsty to shut the fuck up. Thirsty's eyes bulge. He cringes away. Which line did you like? The he's an observer? Yeah, let me know if it's one that we cut. Because the reason that we're cutting those lines there is because the paragraph that's coming up conveys like some of the same thing. So we, one thing that I might try starting tomorrow is I might try just reading through each of these chapters here before we do the edit. The golems, maybe his mouth would be. I'm with you there, Mantis Code. It doesn't quite. That's much better. Yeah, I'm gonna give Mantis a point for that. Yeah, because it's just not clear what the fuck we're trying to say right there. And I think like a golem, just using the simile works a little bit better than metaphor in there. Whew. The portholes in a submarine. Yeah, I fucking like that. It tracks to me like one of the the constant fixtures in my mind realm or whatever. Like even when I was like a little kid and I was like trying to fall asleep or something like that, I would imagine like being on a submarine. I fucking loved Abyss when I was a kid, by the way. I thought that was amazing. These are some amazing high quality edits from these high quality. I honestly like think that Mantis edit was great. Mm. Yeah, other people are stealing all your comments away from you, Spathy War. It's so much easier. Matthew Hausterlitz is on the nod, floating in a warm, painless space where nothing can touch him. The body hurts, but he's divorced from it. Bad things will happen, but he won't be the culprit. There's pleasure in being controlled, satisfaction in being a useful tool, comfort in suffering, freedom in slavery, absolution in nothing. Mm. Yeah, so we could potentially do something here about how like these backpacks were supposed to be like full of all this shit that they were going to use in Costa Rica. Apex edits in their edit supremacy. God damn. Uh, The beach clothes and Xboxes are gone. Whatever took their place is heavy as hell. Okay. The A train wails into the station. Let's do... And let's go back up to here and make sure that we didn't use screeching for brakes. I think we just took out the subway part of it altogether. So we're free to screech. The A train screeches into the station. Thirsty and Matthew are wrenched to their feet. Hold on. I think we cut Espanol as easy. Which I really shouldn't have cut. Let's go back to... We gotta go back to the Chinatown scene. Please, 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 please. Card shuffling. See electricity. Oh, we gotta go all... And a copy. There's 2 new editions in his bag. A Spanish-English dictionary and a copy of Español es Easy. On the walk down, Matthew had them stop at Shakespeare and Company. Even though it was a completely different bookstore 30 blocks from Barnes & Noble, Matthew was afraid the whole time they were inside. He kept expecting the rape ghost to pop up and demand his money back. Okay, cool. Matthew only picked up 2 things during the shopping spree. A Spanish-English dictionary and a copy of Español es Easy. On the walk down, Matthew... Matthew bought them at Shakespeare and Company on the walk down. Okay, cool. So, like, yeah, bonus, fixing that fucking paragraph while we were down there. 666. No. Cool. Oh, we're deeper than 366 right here. Ugh, fuck off. Reach to their feet. Let's The A train screeches into the station. Thirsty and Matthew are wrenched to their feet. Let's try pulled. Thirsty and Matthew are pulled to their feet. Yeah, I think pulled. The straps of their backpacks dig into their shoulders. Matthew remembers DeChance dumping them out onto the floor of the arcade. Yeah, this is really a reach to make this fucking work here. So here's Leroy1414. Hey bro, just checking in, hoping you're staying happy and healthy in this weird and wacky time. Stay fresh, champ. Who the fuck are you? I never heard of this nigga in my life. The fuck is this guy selling? I don't know. Maybe I vaguely recollect, but yeah, who are you? All right. maybe he chatted with us in the past there. But yeah, thanks for your well wishes there. If you are not indeed an advertising bot. That old Leroy. God, what a great name. Leroy. Oh, it's good old Leroy1414. Oh, we got 500 zaps, and this corgi is like in the image right there. Nice. Okay, that's a lot of work to get Espanola's easy in there, but He's going, hey, like the fans. He's a cool corgi. Hey. Fucking wild. God, Lord have mercy. What do we got right here? Hold on, let me try something. Huh. Oh, so yeah, whoever was stealing my nickname got packeted off, but then somebody else just stole it. All right, what do we got here? It's fucking wild. So yeah, this. Whatever's in there, it's not beach clothes. Matthew can remember to chance unceremoniously dumping their contents. Now I can't understand why he cared. Matthew can remember Duchance unceremoniously dumping their backpacks onto the floor of the arcade. Their bags onto the floor of the arcade. At the time, it bothered him seeing his brand new copy of Espanol is Easy flopped open into a pool of blood. Now I can't understand why he cared. Try the leaderboard. Okay. Warming up. Okay, so it's at least it still says maintenance on there. Yeah, it's caught in a refresh maintenance loop. Broken for me, but Mayheim says it's working. I'm sure that it must be one of those things where like the public facing part is broken, but the creator facing part works. So Mayhem is wrong. It's not currently up. It doesn't matter. I can do this manually at the moment. It doesn't matter that this backpack weighs 100 pounds. Yeah, I don't like how that turns out. Thirsty isn't so lucky. The load is too much for him. His movements are... From behind the glass, Matthew pities his friend. Thirsty's bottom lip is swollen and cut. One of his eyes is sealed shut, and his right hand is puffed to twice its normal size. He's rocking back and forth, squeezing his good eye shut. Matthew's supposed to be the tough one, the brave one, but he never fought half this hard. It hurt too bad, so he gave up. It hurt too bad, he gave up. I promised him pretty girls and parrots. I told him we'd be free. So Mantis Code says this is a weird it is a weird chapter. I think for this one to work, you have to understand the context of like, do chances work in so contextually what happened there was that Matthew, after stealing $20,000 from the rape ghost, went to his friend Thirsty and was like, "Hey man, let's get the fuck out of this country. Weird shit is happening," because the night before, Matthew shot down a commercial airliner. Like he went out with a fucking M16 and just opened up on the cockpit of an airliner that was coming into a landing out at JFK Airport, and he wound up shooting it down. He killed both pilots, and the airplane drifted and crashed into Terminal 5 of JFK. He killed like 1,000 people, while Duchance was sort of puppeteering him. And so Matthew, like realizing that this shit has gone down, he's like, I need to get the fuck out of the country. And when he steals the 20 grand, he's like, great, I have an idea. But he's scared to go on his own because he's like 15 years old. So he tries to get his friend Thirsty, and these guys are like best friends. He invites Thirsty to come along with him. He tells Thirsty, listen, man, I know that you're failing like at least 2 of your classes. You're going to get out of fucking high school and work a dead-end job and live with your grandma. Why don't you come with me to Costa Rica? And so that's their escape plan. But they get caught by Duchance, and he drags them back to the arcade, and it becomes clear that there is more trouble afoot within. So Superhero says, that's good aim. I drove a motorcycle over there. Hold on, can I put this on screen? I probably shouldn't. So I drove a motorcycle over there and took a look at where the planes are coming in, and I think we took a snapshot of it. Hold on, did we snapshot this shit? Let me take a gander. Hopefully there's nothing identifying. Where did I snapshot this on? Let me see which machine. I definitely took a screenshot of this shit. No, I don't see the screenshot. Well, I took a snapshot of it, but literally, like, the planes are coming in like 100 feet off of the ground. It's still a really good shot. And the other part of it that's really kind of a pain in the ass is like fucking the idea of opening up, of like puncturing through a cockpit with 5.56. But it's a story. So yeah, it's this chapter is closer to the original style of the piece, which is like this very noirish, like, oh yeah, this thing, then that thing, you feeling me? You know what I'm saying? So Duchance is like the really dark part of this story, and so I promised him pretty girls and parrots. I told him we'd be free. Cool. But the A train doesn't stop at Costa Rica. They're headed north to 42nd Street. That doesn't work. Yeah. Whew. A bluesy rhythm. Hell yeah. That's what we're going for. What in the world? We don't even have a fucking beach ball right here. It's just froze. Killing me softly. Ugh, God damn it. I'm gonna just force quit this motherfucker. Hopefully we didn't lose too much. There we go. Oh yeah, we didn't lose much at all. Yeah, I don't like ending on... Yeah, let me try and think of a good line to end this on. Ending lines are hard. Yeah, we can just... The train normal... I'd like to have something a little bit better than that. Ooh, what do we got here? So one of the things that we're doing in day 3 is we start to diversify a little bit out of like the lemon, maybe Sarah type thing and focus like a little bit more on some tertiary characters such as Gary Polk right here. So this is the Junkie Last Supper. And how far are we? All right, I'm going to stand up and walk around for just like a hot second. And then we are going to try and do a second chapter today because this one was like short as fuck. Yeah. Okay, so give me a hot second. I'll be back. No, we're going to do another chapter. I'll be right back. All right. Booyah. Look at that sleepy dog. Oh, he's almost about to... No. No. Oh, I want to get a dog so bad. My life would be significantly better. I should fucking do it, man. I should fucking do it. All right, what do we got right here? This is the Junkie Last Supper. It's 3.4, 9:56 a.m. at the Half Moon Diner, chapter 45. And probably as we get later into the book, there'll be more and more rewriting on these chapters because I bet I started this rewrite like pretty strong, and then fucking fell off the rails by this point. You know, where I get kind of like half-assed on the whole thing. So, yeah, just probably there'll be more opportunities to get some points. Gary never would have thought of it himself. He's not much for art. But there it is. The Junkie Last Supper. Da, 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 da. Autumn Key. Oh yeah, shoutouts to Autumn Key 453408. Holler at that right there. Is the junkie thing a consistent? It's a consistent misspelling of junkie because that's my preferred spelling of junkie. I don't like IE. It doesn't feel right. Oh God. Yeah, I think other people have bothered me about this too. Whatever. We'll see if an editor cares. I like junkie better. But there it is. The junkie Last Supper. Gary, so it's a table of three table. Come to the darkness, enjoy it, and then an onion link? Why in the world would I ever fucking join a random onion link spam to me on Mixer where they said come to the darkness? That's the last thing I'd ever want to do there. God knows what kind of creepy child porno or what the fuck would even, why, what kind of imbecile would ever click on that link? Like 5 different people are, no, I clicked it, dude. It's cool. It's cool. I'm watching like a fucking manatee get raped. Ugh. Mm-hmm. I'm going to like it and it will change my life. Why? See, like, one, why would you just show up to like random people in a fucking stream with an onion link? That's stupid. Second, like if you were shilling some kind of shit, like if you were selling free drugs or something like that, why didn't you just say, hey, I'm selling drugs. They're here. Yeah, it's fucking coming up. It is Tabasco. And just say burnt coffee. Hold on, let's get there. But there it is, the junkie Last Supper. Yeah, this chapter needs a bunch of work. Don't jump ahead in the editing because I'm gonna get a lot of this stuff. Yeah. She'll jump ahead as I please. Yeah. Well, we might cut that entire fucking chapter. We're not gonna cut the chapter. Addict apostles chowing down on rubbery pancakes and crispy hash. By the way, this is 100% true. If you ever hang out with heroin addicts, holy fuck, you have never seen so much sugar go into coffee. Literary predator over here. So I'm going to give Spathy a point for Tabasco and for burnt coffee. So that puts him at 170. Oh, wait, no, Logic got Tabasco. And Superhero got, 168. So how many points did you have, Superhero? I think you had one before. So I'm going to give you 2. And then we're going to give Logic his just point there. The problem is that Superhero and Spathywa look just about the same to yours truly. Yeah, Spathy is just watching. He's like, I got a lead. I don't have to edit shit. Yeah, but watch, like one of these guys is gonna catch him slipping and take that coveted #1 spot. Three long tables are pushed together and Gary is center stage, surrounded by his flock. All around him, addict apostles. I like that. Addict apostles chowing down on rubbery pancakes and crispy hash. They drown everything in Tabasco. They wash it all down. Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'll do a diff at the end for scores. So Superhero says, I didn't realize this was competitive, but it's incentive. I mean, just competitive in that that's the order that we're going to list them on the thank you page of the book. And it will have like a, we'll put a bunch of stars and shit like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll have some special thank you, but we'll think of some way to thank the editor. Everybody who I feel made a significant editing contribution to this book. When it's published and we have a printed copy, I will send you a signed copy and a thank you note and all that good shit. That's how we do. And the same thing is going to happen with Space Stars if you were involved in the production of that one. So, real talk. But what do we got here? So let's take a look at the Last Supper, right? This is one of those famous ass paintings that I should. The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. Let's take a. There we go. All right, so this is the painting that we're referencing here. So Spathywa came up with an idea for a header leaderboard that highlights people who contributed recently over just the top 5. Oh yeah, like however y'all want to do it there. I'm game for fucking whatever. Let's see here. Well, I didn't realize it was so faded at this point. In my mind, it was just super bright. And I was probably thinking of an older. So this is The Last Supper restored. So what do they have here? Let's take a closer gander at this guy. So the plates are empty. Yeah. Everybody's dishes are empty. So that's the end of the whole thing. And then there are the glasses of wine. There. Those fish? Yeah. And just all over the table there are either rolls or potatoes. What's this shit by his hand right here? This little Is that meant to be butter? And shout outs to his amulet right there. Jesus, what are you doing right here? Is that you, Judas? Wait, where you at, Judas? So where's he at? Dun 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 dun. All right. Yeah, it's meant to be bread. The stabber didn't have an appetite, so his plate is still full. Let's take a closer look there. Yeah, so there's the plate right there. There. Where's the full plate of Judas? Yeah, right there. Right there. Somebody didn't eat their goulash. Is that meant to be Judas, this character right here? Or is this the sinister? God. Here, hold on. Let's get this right. Let's see it with names. Last Supper with names. All right, what do we got here? Why is it this tiny little fucking thing? So Bartholomew, James Minor, Andrew, Peter, John. Oh, there's Judas right there. There's Judas. Wait, so was Leonardo copying somebody else's? Or did he just paint this a bunch of fucking times? Simon, Thaddeus, Matthew, Philip, James Major, James Minor. Okay. And then Thomas. So yeah, Philip is the one. Look at fucking Philip over here. What's he doing? All right, so here's sly ass Judas over here. All right. Well, now we know a lot about the. I put that address in the search. It came up with recipes for onion soup. Well, yeah, because you're not using. You have to use like fucking Tor to visit Onion Lakes. You know. LOL. Yeah, see, that's why that spam bot is so shitty. It doesn't fucking even explain to you how you have to access the darknet. You nerds don't know. It was good enough for Billy Burrows. It's good enough for me. Three long tables are pushed together at the back of the Half Moon Diner. Gary is center stage, flanked on either side by his, what would you call, like the center of a painting? Yeah, I feel like there's a word, glossary of art terms. Yeah, what's the middle of a painting called? Like I say center stage, but that's kind of like confusing. The middle ground. Foreground to background. Gary occupies the center of the middle ground, flanked on either side by his flock of Attic apostles. No, that's not focal point. No, that's photography. I got it on my phone, but not on my home PC. Wow, really getting shady. See, that's like a little bit more fucked up too, because it's much more difficult for you to like it's much easier to identify somebody based on their phone IP than based on their home IP. But the focal point, nah, I don't. Focal point doesn't work. Like, it's too photography, and we're talking about a painting right here. Oh no, I'm gonna go along with this. You know, who got that? Let's give Mantis a point. I'm gonna use focal point. No, it doesn't work. I'm taking that point away. It doesn't fucking work. Gary sits at the center, flanked on either side by his flock of Attic apostles. Yeah, I would love to make it like more painting terminology right there. It just doesn't work there. Yeah, we maybe just say sitting at the center. Yeah, that's exactly what I just fucking did. Gary sits at the center, flanked on either side by his flock of Attic apostles. They're chowing down on mountains of rubbery pancakes and acres of corned beef hash. I want it to be crispy. It wouldn't be crispy. Like, let's be real. If there were acres of it, it would be like all mushy and shitty. But in my mind, it's the good kind of corned beef hash. But there's like shreds of corned beef and fucking, it's crispy. I'm gonna make my own fucking corned beef hash this week, and it's gonna be bomb as fuck. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna buy an air fryer to do it. Holy fuck, I am gonna buy an air fryer just to make corned beef hash. You get on my fucking level right here. I've already made the purchase on Amazon. It's a burner? Oh, fucking. Why do you have a burner? Oh, you have a burner phone to get drugs. Oh, okay. Now it makes sense. That's fine. It took me a hot second. Logic made some yesterday. Yeah, that's going to be my cooking project for this week. I want to make really spicy. I want to get some of those purple Peruvian peppers. You know what I'm talking about? We talked about it in, I think in Gravid. We did one where there was corned beef hash, where they made it with purple peppers, and it was spicy as fuck. You know what I would do? Fucking duck hash, right, with those purple. Fuck. I just ate it out of a can. He didn't even cook it. It's like a fork. It's all congealed and shit. Wait, did you actually eat it straight out of the can without cooking it? Logic? What the fuck? Come on, man. You're better than that. Three long tables are pushed together at the back of the Half Moon Diner. Gary sits at the center, flanked on either side by his flock of Attic apostles. They're chowing down. I know George Washington. I did not know. I fried it in butter and tossed in some fried spam. Oh shit! Who was I? I was dating some girl from Hawaii no, she was like Korean, and she was like uh really into the fact that I knew that spam existed and could actually be cooked well. Holy shit! Holy shit! We got a $15 patron and a $1 patron. Shout outs to Logic and Skip Donahue. That is a lot of fucking money right there. I highly appreciate it. Yeah, I'm surprised that we didn't get the Patreon notification thing. It should have popped the fuck up. Maybe it did, and I just didn't notice because I was focusing on that thing. But one way or the other, we're gonna make it happen. Every bite gets drenched in Tabasco and washed down with sickly sweet coffee. Something about recovery. They all crave sweets. Sugary coffee. It would be burnt, but let's leave that out. Every bite gets drenched in Tabasco and washed down with sugary coffee. Something about recovery. They all crave sweets. Gary sees the sweet... Gary... Gary watches the scene unfold through their waiter's eyes. And, like, look at how we have this link in the chapter before where, what do you call it? Fucking Matthew is observing through his own eyes. And now Gary is, like, peering through somebody else's eyes. God damn. Sickly sweet does not have an hyphen, which is why it doesn't have a hyphen, but it's gone anyway. Saccharine is a good word, but these are junkies. Right? They're not using fucking sweet and low. I mean, they go right to the good shit. Mm. Why are they rubbery pancakes? Pancakes are rubbery when they're overcooked. Like when they fuck them up. And that's what's happened here. It's a diner. Saccharin would be good. You would use saccharin only if we were describing an actual sugar substitute. Yeah, saccharin always carries that note of fakeness with it. And, yeah, junkies don't play that shit. Not with the Splenda. They want sugar. They want dopamine. Gary watches the scene unfold through their waiter's eyes. He's an art student at SVA. His thoughts are particularly rich. The waiter smirks at his own wit as he sneaks up and tops off The waiter smirks at his own wit as he sneaks up and tops off coffee mugs, ruining the delicate balance of milk and coffee for everyone. Which bum is going to sell Gary out for a bag of shekels? The waiter... Who's going to spill the salt? Yeah. The waiter's name is Lawrence, and Gary likes him. Gary likes the waiter. You want to toss some heat at a well-read person, call them saccharine or smarmy or obsequious, but that well-read person will have like a whole arsenal of, you know, they'll call you like a perfidious poltroon or some shit like that, and then you'll get fucking stuffed. So it's the same person trying to shill this onion link. Nobody has clicked on that fucking link. Nobody cares. I guess it's probably just a bot, but it seemed like a person too, because then they were sticking up for their fucking advertisement or whatever. I gotta tell you, I have made more money fucking just editing this book this hour than that the shit bot will make. I'm trying to scam people just by actually doing a fucking job here. LOL. I'm $16 to the good. Fuck what you heard. Gary, I'm going to steal that smarmy from Logic right there. Smarmy or not. Gary decides he likes the smarmy waiter. He thinks about leaving a huge tip. Just blowing the guy's mind with a sheaf of hundreds. But he senses a threat of self-destruction. I am not. I am a real person trying to scam people. I'm not a bot. I am a real person trying to scam people. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And if you were trying to make people happy, you wouldn't have to use a fucking onion link. I'm just putting it out there. You know, it's not against the law to make people happy. It is against the law to fucking compromise people's computers with some Romulan malware. Fucking turning them against the Federation, whatever the fuck you're doing. Romulan That's also, by the way, just if you want to make people angry, anytime Romanians are mentioned, just call them Romulans. For no reason. Heap of Benjamins under the receipt. So how can he sense self-destruction? Okay, so spoiler alert on this guy. Actually, if you were deeper back, Gary Polk here is a telepath. He can read people's thoughts all the fucking time, and he is not very good at dealing with it because he's in New York City, and he was actually like super misanthropic as a result of it. And the reason that we find him here is that he met Sarah Shiner. That's the electric lady. And she, they told each other their stories, and she wound up shocking the shit out of her after he called her an electric leper. Oh my God, how did we miss that fucking, it's got to be that. 370. We got to go back. You fucking electrical leper. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Superhero brings up a good point in that, like, somebody who just like opened the book up to this page wouldn't understand what's going on because we don't explain that he's telepathic in the whole thing. I hope you fucking starve. You ugly electrical leper. No, like we cannot miss out on a chance to say electrical leper. What the fuck? I hope you fucking starve. I hope you fucking freeze to death. No one will ever touch you again, you ugly electrical leper. Fuck. We almost missed that. We almost didn't have electrical leper in this story. It's only thanks to Superhero that we got electrical leper up in there. God. Yeah, that's fucking real. All right, let's And there it is, the junky Last Supper. Lawrence doesn't mind one bit that his section is full of homeless people. He thinks it's hysterical. He's smirking at his own wit as he sneaks up and tops off coffee mugs. Diligently ruining the Oh, yeah. We gotta cut that out. Yeah, we just got to cut out the delicate balance of milk and coffee because it doesn't track either because we already put some time into there. The waiter's name is Lawrence. He's an art student at SVA and his thoughts are unusually nuanced and rich. Let's just make it rich. Lawrence doesn't mind one bit that his section is full of homeless men. Lawrence doesn't mind one bit that his section is full of homeless men this morning. He thinks it's let's take out this morning. He thinks it's hysterical. He's smirking at his own wit as he tops off coffee mugs. Which bum is going to sell Gary out for a bag of shekels? Who's going to spill the salt? Wow, Lawrence is the typical artsy, arrogant ass. Yeah, that's about the scene. He wouldn't be prudent with that kind of money. When he deletes the sentence, I feel like decides he likes. Gary decides he likes this guy. He considers leaving a gigantic tip, blowing Lawrence's mind with a sheaf of hundreds. But under that vivid wit and glorious arrogance, Gary senses a threat of self-destruction. Lawrence isn't the type to be prudent with a sudden windfall. He's getting really good at spotting them. Every man at the table has one. Some are delicate cords. Others are ropes thick enough to tether a battleship. There's a non-zero chance. Yeah. Typo likes. Hold on. Gary decides he likes. Yeah, there we go. So that is fucking superhero. Hoist is better than tether. Hold on. Hoist a battle? You don't hoist a battle. Hoist is lifting something up, man. You can't do that. So let me give superhero that old point. He's climbing them ranks. More is the word that we want. Shoutouts to my gigantic tip. Oh shit. Uh showed up the day I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. Real talk. Yeah, man. Oh, Battel's ship. That's some of them are ropes thick enough to moor a battleship. Gary makes up his mind. He's going to slip the guy. If he hits the right note between creepy and mysterious, maybe it won't all go up his nose. Maybe. I like that better than might not blow the whole wad on dope. Now, every moment he's immersed in their aching, shaking, lying, constipated, twitchy spectrum. He hears the first echo of every desperate clench, feels the hot jab of every need. Okay. 2 mean but consensual inches. Damn. I didn't know you were swanging like that. Oh, really good. That's a good edit from Superhero right there. We definitely have some pronoun confusion. Gary makes up his mind. As he leaves the diner, he's going to slip Lawrence $100 and tell him to spend it on paint. If Gary hits the right note between creepy and mysterious, maybe it won't all go up Lawrence's nose. Maybe. The last 24 hours have been a crash course on impulse and addiction. Mm-hmm. As he leaves the diner, comma, Reminds me of the old show, The Fifth Wheel. One time they deliberately got 5 chatters together, and one of the dudes was enormous and called himself the Human Battering Ram. All right, so let's give some points out here. I made that edit before he asked for that one, so you don't get that one. As he leaves the diner, comma. Let's give Spathy a point for that, because I'm sure he's right. Whew, 169. Oh, that's a good one, because it's a time-dependent clause. Bum after bum has joined the flock of homeless congregating around Gary. Each adding, so, yeah, we got split metaphor there of them being a flock. Each singing his own song of need. And you can hear the birds chirping in the background. I like it. Now, Gary is continually immersed in their aching, shaking, lying, constipated, twitchy spectrum. Must have got twitchy. Aching, shaking, lying, constipated. Let's just put aching, shaking at the end, just for the way it sounds. And they're lying, constipated, twitching, aching, shaking, twitchy, aching, shaking. Flock is being reused a bit much. Oh god. All right, let's take a look here. We're doing flock here because we have it's the Jesus metaphor. So we yeah. All right, let's work on that. The last 24 hours have been a crash course on impulse and addiction. Let's so I want something new bums keep joining Gary's malodorous congregation. Adding their own song of need to the choir. There we go. Yeah, if we... So, alright, hold on. Have congregated. Who's going to get some points here? I'm going to take superheroes edit. This is continuous, by the way. Congregation. Lol at that sentence. I'm going to give superhero 1 for there. Because I like the flock thing. I think we could do it a little better there. Let's see. Gary's immersed in their lying, constipated, twitchy, aching, shaking spectrum. Lying, twitchy, aching, shaking, constipated spectrum. Yeah. So we could take out their lying, aching. No, all that needs to be in there. He hears the first echo of every desperate clench, feels the hot jab of every need. The last 24 hours have been a crash course on impulse and addiction. New bums keep joining Gary's malodorous congregation. Every new arrival adds his song of need to the choir. Like it. Much improved. All right, what do we got here? Rammed into these men out of context. Let's Gary's immersed in their lying, constipated, twitching, aching, shaking spectrum. Here's the first aggro of every desperate clutch. All right, cool. I don't like the first echo of every desperate clutch. Mm-hmm. let's find a different word for need. The source. Urgency. Devoir. What is devoir?
Devoir.
Devoir. What the fuck does that mean? It's a job. Yeah, that's. I'm not gonna use it. An act of civility or respect, something for which a ooh. Yeah. An emergency, pressing lack. Yeah. Every plunge of despairing urgency. Devoir was popular in the 1800s. Yeah, this is I've never heard that before. It seems like it's just like a direct French lift right there. The last 24 hours have been a crash course on impulse and addiction. New bums keep joining Gary's malodorous congregation. Every new arrival adds his song of need to the choir. Gary has been immersed. Oh. There's no escape. Gary is immersed in their lying, constipated, twitchy, aching, shaking spectrum. He feels every twinge, every plunge. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still feel like if we want to end that sentence, we gotta do it. Exigency, deficiency. Huh. I crave. Oh, yeah, let's just go with hunger. So Logic asks, can Duchance read minds with the same granularity as Gary? No. And I'll tell you, like, one of the reasons why is that Duchance is not, we wouldn't look at him as wholly human at this point. Duchance is utterly fucking insane. And he doesn't have anywhere near the level of understanding that Gary would have of like how minds work and so forth, because Duchance has no empathy or whatever. He is sort of like a complete fiend at this point. All right. Let's see. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah. Submerge, yeah. Yeah, let's give Spathy that point, which he so righteously deserves right there. Yeah, submerge is significantly better. Oh, congrats on 170. Yeah, we can just cut that out. We're like fucking, you know, like this is we're just like fucking plaster, and we're troweling it on way too thick there. We definitely can just cut some of that out. How deep is it? That's what I said. God, fucking nerds. Gary feels it all once removed. He's the eye at the center of a whole hurricane of hurt, a cyclone of fucked up lives and failure. He's their shepherd. This all started yesterday. So fucked up has a hyphen. So logic says if Duchan's got a hold of Gary, he could be a pretty useful tool then. Huh. Oh, I wonder who else might have thought of that idea. Fucked up definitely is hyphenated, and that's a good catch. Let's see. Jackhammer versus an ECG. I like that people are already like considering the dichotomy of these characters, which is great. It's fantastic. Also, like that at this point, people would even consider comparing Duchance and Gary because Duchance used to just like be such a non-character that nobody would even think of him as having like wants or desires or anything like that. They're just like, oh, the demon. You know, it just felt so flat before, and that was the biggest thing that we wanted to fix this time around was to give him a little personality. God damn it! Oh, it's so hard. This all started yesterday. First, there was Terry. Who was the first disciple? Peter and Andrew. Was Peter the first? Oh, Andrew. No, they found the Messiah. Fucking what? What the fuck is this shit? Oh, that's stupid advertisements. I'm not gonna. John and Andrew. Then came Peter. Let's not lay it on too heavy-handed with the Christian bullshit, if we can help it there. Then at the Addiction and Recovery Center, they met Al and Robeson, two ex-mechanics waiting in the drug line for their methadone. Gary would wipe the floor with Duchance? No. I mean, you get. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but those two might come into contact at some point during the story. I mean, that's the thing about a novel. You know that at some point, just about every character is going to have their exchange with every other character. Like it's the fun thing. Charismatic cult leader versus psychopathic butt buster. I don't think Duchance rapes anybody in the current edit. No, drug line is one word here. Yeah, like, but there definitely aren't 3Ds in addiction. Dragline. Addiction extra D, just like my pants. There could be 3Ds in addiction. That's a hole you don't want to get go spelunking in. God. So many people texting me right now also. I'm not down with this shit. Alright, hold on just a second. Oh my god. Fucking. Ugh, I don't like that this is in past tense either. Yeah, we did that fucking thing where we started a chapter in present tense and then like, let's explain how we got here. Fucking hate that thing. Tar pit instead of sucking pit. I think we just took out fucking sucking pit. By the way, thank you. Like, that's a hole you don't want to go spelunking in. You have no idea how apropos that is at this very moment. LOL, LOL. Awful. Terry was the first. Next, they met Al and Robeson waiting in the drug line for their methadone. We got tense confusion right there. Yeah, I like sucking pit a little bit better than tar pit. Although tar pit is kind of like a good joke since it's a methadone clinic. Yo! Let's take a look at semicolon right there. Yeah, I think that's just a colon. No. Uh. Mm-hmm. How about gravel pit? Ooga booga with the chicken spackula. I'm gonna give a superhero a point there, even though we're gonna cut out sucking pit because I think it's too much. What time is it? 8:16. Yeah, we'll try to make it through this chapter today. Gary read the mind of the emissions agent. Oh my god. Actually, I tell you what we're gonna do right here. We're gonna pause here at 45 because this chapter might need an entire tense rewrite, or we might need to do it as a flashback or something like that. Because I'm just seeing too many disaster signs. Because we're like flipping back and forth through the different tenses. I'm gonna try and find a way to rewrite this so that it's all in present tense. Because I just the language is kind of tortured here in this one here. And I think now's a good stopping place. We've definitely gone for like a couple hours. We got a time? Anybody there? What do we got? It's 8:18. When do we start this shit? 3 hours and 3 minutes. Yeah, that's about a good. We made some headway, but it's time to fucking stop. So all we're gonna grant ourselves is this one chapter here. So chapter 44, 573 words gotten through today. But I'm glad that we can now recognize, or I can now recognize. I'm glad I can now recognize, like, hey, this whole fucking structure needs to be redone right there. Because it's just line after line. We're having to like stop and be like, not quite right or whatever. I like a lot of what's happening there, and I think we did great work in fixing the first part of that chapter. But it's going to take some more work to make that happen, and we're going to have to think about how appropriate our description of what's going on, like whether that's effective as narrative. To like, I like coming in on the junkie Last Supper thing. I think that's like kind of inspired. It works, and I like the explanation where he just starts talking about all these people that he picks up. But I think I need to figure out how to retool it, so it's working out there. All right, so yeah, glad to see the whole squad out here. I think it has something to do with me waking up a little bit earlier. But yeah, thank you all for your help today, and that's day 46. Every day we edge a little closer to success. All right, and wish me luck with my efforts to impersonate a young woman to sell a creepy novel.